Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about multiples and factors. So first let's take multiples. What are multiples of a number? Let's understand this with the help of an example. Let's take a number 7. What are its multiples? How many multiples does it have? So to understand this, let's read the table of 7. 7 ones are 7. 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21, 7 fours are 28 and the table continues. So here 7, 14, 21, 28. These are the products of the numbers which are written on the left hand side. Like 7 into 1 is giving us 7. Similarly, 7 into 2 is giving us 14. It means 14 is the product of 7 and 2. Similarly, 21 is the product of 7 and 3. 28 is the product of 7 and 4. And the table continues. So these products which are written on the right hand side are actually multiples. You can say that 7 is the multiple of 7 and 1. Similarly, 14 is the multiple of 7 and 2. 21 is the multiple of 7 and 3. 28 is the multiple of 7 and 4. So as far as the multiples of 7 is concerned, you can say that 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, all these are multiples of 7. When you will divide these multiples with 7, you will get a remainder 0. It means these multiples will be fully and completely divisible by 7. So similarly, let's take another number 12. So when you will read the table of 12, 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24, 12 threes are 36, 12 fours are 48 and the table continues. So all these numbers which are written on the right hand side of the equal to 12, 24, 36, 48 etc. These all are the multiples of 12. So whenever you are asked to write multiple of any particular number, you have to read the table and whatever you get on the right hand side of the equal to, they are the multiples of that particular number. If a number is provided to you and you are asked to find out whether that number is a multiple of the given number or not, then you simply divide that number with the smaller number. If the bigger number is divisible by the smaller number and you get a remainder 0, it means the bigger number is a multiple of the smaller number. Children, as we have infinite numbers with which we can multiply any number, like in this case 7, we can multiply 7 with 1, 2, 3, 400, 500, 9,000, 20,000 and the numbers are endless with which we can multiply 7. So you can say that multiples of any particular numbers are infinite, uncountable. There are uncountable number of multiples any number can have. Now let's move on to factors. Now children, multiples are basically the product of factors. Take the example of 7 again. 7 ones are 7. Now here 7 and 1 are the factors of 7. 7 and 2 are the factors of 14. 7 and 3 are the factors of 21. 7 and 4 are the factors of 28. So you can say that factors are those numbers which when divide a particular number, it leaves the remainder 0. It means each factor is an exact divisor of the given number. Let's take another example, number 36. Now this number can be written as the product of 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12, 4 into 9, 6 into 6. So you can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36 are all factors of 36 which are written in ascending order. When you will divide 36 with any of these given factors, you will get the remainder 0. Let's do this. Let's divide 36 with 2. So here we divide 36 by 2, and when you will divide 36 by 2 systematically, step by step, you will get 0 in the remainder. Like first we will do 2 ones are 2, and then we will subtract 2 from 3, we will get the remainder 1, the 6 will come down, and then we will read the table of 2 again, 2 8s are 16, then 16 minus 16 is 0. So we got 0 in the remainder. Let's divide another number, another factor of 36, that is 4. So let's divide 36 by 4 and see what do we get in the remainder. So when you will read the table of 4, you will get 4 9s are 36. Again 36 minus 36 is 0. So you see we have got remainder as 0 in both the cases. It means both 2 and 4 are the factors of 36. So similarly, if any question is given to you in exercise 7.1 and you are asked whether this particular number is a factor of another big number or not. So in that case, you will simply divide the bigger number from the smaller number. And if you get 0 in the remainder, it means the smaller number is definitely a factor of the bigger number. So let's solve exercise 7.1 now. Question number 1. Is 9 a factor of 1089? Question number 2. Is 11 a factor of 231? Question number 3. Is 24 a factor of 120? Question number 4. Is 19 a factor of 1558? So in all these 4 questions, you have to divide the bigger number from the smaller number and see if you get remainder as 0 or not. If you get 0 in the remainder, it means the smaller number is a factor of the bigger number. So here in question number 1, you can see that after dividing 1089 from 9, we have got 0 in the remainder. So you can say that yes, 9 is a factor of 1089. Similarly, question number 2, 3 and 4 also, you will divide the bigger numbers from the smaller number and you will see whether you get 0 in the remainder or not. If you don't get 0 in the remainder, it means the smaller number is not the factor of the bigger number. So question number 1 and 2 are very simple. In question number 3, you have to divide 120 by 24 to see whether 24 is a factor of 120 or not. So first we will round off 24. After rounding off, we will get 20. So we will take 20 as a reference number. Now 20 into 6 is 120. So we will multiply 24 with 6 and we will see what do we get. We are getting 144, which is greater than 120. So one less number is 5. So after multiplying 24 by 5, we get 120. So 24 5s are 120. So we have got 120, 120 is completely divisible by 24. It means 24 is a factor of 120. Similarly, for question number 4 also we will do the same thing. To check whether 19 is a factor of 1558 or not, we will divide 1558 by 19. We will round off 19 to 20 and we can use this number 20 to get the nearest quotient with which we have to multiply 19, so that we can easily divide 1558. Now since 15 is smaller than 19, so we will take first 3 digits 155. So when we will multiply 20 with 7, we will get 140, and after multiplying 19 by 7, we will get 133, which is lesser than 155. So we will try to multiply 19 with 8 and we will get 152, which is closer to 155. So after subtracting 152 from 155, we will get 3, 8 will come down, and this 38, 19 twos are 38. So we can see that 1558 is completely divisible by 19. It means 19 is a factor of this particular number. In question number 5, we have to find out factors, all the factors of 72. So the first factor of any number is always 1. The smallest factor of any number is always 1. So 1 will be the factor of 72. Now since 72 is an even number, so 2 will also be the factor of 72. We can divide 72 by 2 and we can see what number we are getting in the quotient. That number will also be a factor of 72. Then similarly you have to divide it with 3, 4 and check. Now since 72 it is not having 0 or 5 in the units place, so it will not be divisible by 5. So 5 you can remove. Then in the table of 7 also 72 doesn't come. Then in the 8 nines are 72. So you have to read the table of numbers and you have to use your common sense. You have to divide 72 with most of the numbers which you think can divide 72 completely. So here we have divided and we have seen that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 18, 24, 36 and 72. These all are the factors of 72. The smallest factor of any number is always 1 and the greatest factor of any number is the number itself. So in this case 1 will be the smallest factor of 72 and 72 will be the greatest factor of this number. Similarly, we have to do question number 6 and 7 also. In question number 6, you have to list all the factors of 96. So 96, the first factor of 96 will be 1 only, and subsequently you have to keep on dividing 96 with different numbers. Now you can see that 96, it is not having 5 or 0 at units place. So it will definitely not be divisible by 5. Similarly, 96 is also not divisible by 7. So these two will not be the factors. Rest other numbers you have to keep on dividing, and if after dividing you get 0 in the remainder, then that number will be the factor of 96. On the same lines, you have to note down the quotient also. If you are dividing 96 with 2 or 3 any number and it is getting completely divided, you are getting 0 in the remainder, then you have to check the quotient. That quotient will also be the factor of that particular number, in this case 96. So in this way you can find out all the factors of 96, and then you have to list the same in ascending order. Similarly, for question number 7, you have to find all the factors of 120. For question number 8, since 23 is a prime number, it has only two factors. The first factor is 1 and the second factor is the number itself, which is 23. So for question number 8, it has got only two factors, 1 and 23. Question number 9, what is the smallest factor of 25? So smallest factor we know of any number is 1. So whatever number is given to you, you are asked to write the smallest factor of that particular number. You will always write 1. Now question number 10, what is the greatest factor of 28? So we know that the greatest factor of any number is always the number itself. So for question number 10, the greatest factor of 28 is 28 only. Now let's move on to question number 11. Say whether true or false. Question number A, 3 is a factor of 9. So as we know, 3 3s are 9. 9 appears in the table of 3 and it is completely divisible by 3. So yes, 3 is a factor of 9. B, 2, 3, 5 are factors of 30. This is also true. 30 being an even number is completely divisible by 2. 3 tenths are 30. So 30 is divisible by 3 also. 5 6 are 30. So 30 is divisible by 5 also. It means 2, 3 and 5 are the factors of 30. So this is also true statement. C, 7 is a factor of 60. Now as 60 doesn't appear in the table of 7 and it is also not divisible by 7. So this is a false statement. 7 is not a factor of 60. D. 0 is the smallest factor of 6. This is false. The smallest factor of any number is always 1. 0 is the factor of only 0. It is not factor of any other number. So D statement is false. E. 1, 3, 5, 4 are factors of 36. This is a false statement because 36 doesn't appear in the table of 5 and also 36 is not divisible by 5. So this is a false statement. F. 1 is a factor of every number. This is true. 1 is the smallest factor of every number. G. 2 is a factor of 12 but 2 is not a divisor of 12. This is a false statement. Every factor is an exact divisor of that number. So 2 being a factor of 12 is also a divisor of 12. This is a false statement. Let's move on to question number 12. Raju has a collection of 18 stamps. He wants to paste them in his album. In how many different rows, having same number of stamps, can he do that? Now children, question number 12, 13 and 14 are exactly similar. You just have to write the factors of the given numbers of stamps, flower pots or beads which is given in the question. For example, here in question number 12, there are 18 stamps and these stamps have to be arranged in different rows so that each row has equal number of stamps. So there are 18 stamps. Now 18 can be written as 1 into 18, 2 into 9, 3 into 6. So you can say that 18 stamps can be arranged as 1 stamp in 18 rows, 2 stamps in 9 rows, 3 stamps in 6 rows, 6 stamps in 3 rows, 9 stamps in 2 rows and 18 stamps in 1 row. So we can say that 18 stamps can be arranged in 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 and 18 rows with each row having equal number of stamps. Similarly, you have to do question number 13 and 14 as well. So children, I hope you are clear with the concept of factors and multiples. Do give a thumbs up if you liked the video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done till now. All the best children.